Welcome back to Hannity. 2016 GOP presidential candidate Senator Marco Rubio is not backing down from the left's attacks on Christians. In an interview with the Christian Broadcasting Network, Senator Rubio issued a warning about what could happen if people of faith don't take a stand. Watch this.
We are at the water's edge of the argument that mainstream Christian teaching is hate speech. Because today we've reached the point in our society where if you do not support same-sex marriage, you are labeled a homophobe and a hater.
Reaction is the National Hispanic Christian Leadership Conference. Dr. Samuel Rodriguez is with us, pastor and Fox News contributor Dr. Robert Jeffers, and American Atheist President David Silverman. Is it to the point where you as an atheist would want, if somebody is practicing their faith and they don't want to, as part of their faith, marry gays and lesbians, would you be in favor of what?
You're talking about a preacher
a Christian preacher following their faith.
There's nobody out there who's saying that Christian preachers should be forced to marry people against their will. But really what this is about is bigotry. And you and I can both agree that bigotry is wrong and bigotry is ugly and bigotry is stupid. We can all agree on that. And we can also agree that most statistics show that most Christians... 60% of Protestants and Catholics support marriage equality. So when we're talking about bigotry and we're talking about Christianity.
I'm talking about something different.
Now, let me get this out. We're not talking about attacks on Christianity. We're talking about an attack on bigotry.
Okay.
And what happens is some Christians cloak their bigotry. I know you're not letting me finish.
If Christian, I'll ask Dr. Jeffers this. If a Christian pastor or priest does not want to marry a gay and lesbian couple because they are following their religious belief, is Senator Rubio right? Are we now at that water's edge?
No, that's completely fine.
He is absolutely correct. And let me give you some facts, Sean. Just last month, Obama's Solicitor General, Donald Verrilli, was in the oral arguments for gay marriage before the Supreme Court, and Justice Alito asked him, if gay marriage becomes a civil right and the law of the land, won't that pose a problem for churches and religious organizations? And finally, Donald Verrilli had to admit, yes, it's going to be a very real problem for churches. The Obama administration is sending us a signal that they are going to come after those who believe in traditional marriage. Now, look, we can debate gay marriage all day and all night, but the fact is traditional marriage has been in civilization for thousands of years. As Anthony Kennedy pointed out, it's been embraced by our country for hundreds of years, and it's been embraced by liberals like Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton until the last several years. And for him to say that's hateful is absolutely ludicrous.
Dr. Rodriguez, let's get your reaction.
Sean, I completely agree with Senator Marco Rubio. The moment in America, the moment in our nation, biblical truth stands defined as hate speech, America as we know it will cease to exist. There are two types of persecutions against Christians, globally an explicit one via ISIS. In America and in other European nations and in other nations around the world, legislative persecution. And the latter always precedes the former. If 70% of Americans are still Christians, silence is not an option. Today's complacency is tomorrow's captivity.
Do you, as an atheist, believe in freedom of religion and the free exercise thereof? That's a simple question.
I absolutely do. I also believe that
do,
bigotry is ugly and
I got
stupid.
That. But
and people's religious beliefs should not be used as a cloak to hide and protect their bigotry.
Right,
and that's what we're talking about here.
You said the same sentence now
not
5
bigotry.
times.
No, you haven't let me finish.
I'm asking you freedom of religion and free exercise thereof. Traditional Christianity, Catholicism, example, what you describe as bigotry is a part of their faith, what they believe is...
It's not a part of their faith.
Excuse me, it actually is a part of their faith and their teaching.
60% of the Christians disagree with you.
But that doesn't mean what the church teaches.
The
church teaches.
Many churches think that gay marriage is fine.
As a preacher,
Christianity.
Dr. Jeffers,
it's fine. And this is about bigotry. It's not about Christianity.
No, it's not.
Bigotry.
It's been a part of the teaching of historic Christianity for thousands of years. And let me
Thousands
tell
of
you what
years?
my friend David's, yes, for thousands of years. Judaism believed in one man and one woman being the marriage model. It's been around for thousands of years. Justice Kennedy said that. But Sean, let me tell you what David Silverman believes. He believes religion should be free as long as it's exercised in the home, the church, or the synagogue. He does not believe in the free exercise of religion in the public square. And you know, several years ago, when David put up billboards mocking me, listen, when he put up billboards mocking me and the Pope and others for our religious beliefs, I laughed at it. I celebrated his right to express his unbelief. He ought to respect the right of others to express our belief in the public square.
One at a time. Dr. Rodriguez, go ahead.
Sean, I agree with my atheist friend. It is about bigotry, but bigotry against Christians. It is about intolerance, but intolerance against Christians.
No, it's
it
the
is
bigotry
about
that Christians are... All right.
No, it's bigotry and intolerance against those of us that believe in the Bible and our Judeo-Christian value system. There is bigotry and intolerance, but it's against Christians who believe in the Word of God.
We gotta end it there. Thank you all for being with us.